And a very pleasant good afternoon, high school baseball fans. Welcome back to the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network, presented by Sarver Paving. We welcome you to Bud Plank Field, Archer Arrows Ballpark, for today's matchup between the Arrows and the Wooster Generals. It'll be the resumption of a suspended game from yesterday, with Wooster leading by a score of 4-2 in the bottom of the second inning. The Arrows are batting with 2 out and no one on base. It'll be a 1-0 count to Carter Nelson. Sounds like Brock Bowen will continue on the hill for Wooster, as he was throwing well and was just through an inning and 2/3 yesterday, so they have extra pitches for him available, so he'll take the mound again this afternoon. It is turning off to be a beautiful late afternoon here. 69 degrees in Ashland, bright and sunny right now. It was 75 when we started yesterday's ball game. We had just a little bit of precipitation roll through about an hour or so ago. Not significant at all. The field is in great shape, and so it looks like we'll be A-OK to get this game finished. Wooster is 7-0 on the year, 5-0 in the OCC. Ashland 5-2, 3-1 in conference play. That one loss was to Wooster on Tuesday night by a score of 6-1. Arrows will have some changes in the lineup. Noah Merrow will be taking over on the mound for Carson Little. Little 2 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs all earned. He walked 3, struck out 3. And so if the Arrows are not able to rally in this game, he would be on the hook for the loss. Other changes for the Arrows: Brayton Stewart is out. Nick Mangus will take over in center field and bat in the number 3 hole. And Little will stay in as DH. He'll keep his spot in the lineup at number 5. And Jackson Kinney will take over in left. He will not be in the lineup as far as the batting lineup. And Liam Hubacher will move from left over to right field. So those are the changes for the Arrows. This is an abbreviated edition of the Simonson Construction Countdown to First Pitch. Simonson Construction Services, serving Ashland and North Central Ohio for over 50 years. Our game tonight also brought to you by Hedstrom Entertainment, having unplugged fun for over 100 years. We appreciate their great sponsorship of the Arrows Broadcasting Network. Wooster, as we mentioned, unbeaten in both overall play and league play as we check the OCC standings, brought to you by Whitaker Myers, providing solutions for your insurance, benefits, and wealth management needs since 1869, with offices in Ashland and Wooster. New Philadelphia defeated Madison yesterday 4-2, so they're 9-0 overall, and the Quakers are 4-0 in conference play. So those are the top 2 teams, Wooster and New Philly. Ashland 3-1. Dover is 3-3. They had a 10-2 victory over Lexington yesterday on the road, and so those are the top 4 teams: New Philly, Wooster, Ashland, and Dover. Dover will be coming in next week for a Tuesday night game against Ashland, which we'll have that one for you here on the Arrows Broadcasting Network. Coming to you live and free all season long from the Priest Dental broadcast booth here at Bud Plank Field. Priest Dental is your hometown dental leader. Proud AHS alum Kevin Priest and his team will handle all of your dental needs. So we are just cooling our heels a little bit here, waiting on the game to start. I believe that we are waiting on a base umpire, and that will be a new crew for us tonight, as Tom Foley will take over at home plate, and Harold Hightower will be the base umpire. Crew from yesterday, Scott Sampson and Tim Rutt, had other games, and so a new crew will take over here in the second inning. We'll take a timeout here. We are getting closer to first pitch. We'll go over our starting lineups again, which will be the lineups that we saw at the stoppage of play yesterday. Same for Wooster, and we'll go over the Ashland lineup once again for you as well when we come right back. We'll have baseball right around the corner here on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
The team at Whitcomb & Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors and CPAs will help you grow your business and investments.
Continuing on our pregame show, waiting on the resumption of play in this suspended ball game. We'll be in the second inning with Ashland batting and trailing by a score of 4-2. I'll give you the starting lineups here, brought to you by Bill Harris Dealerships with locations in Ashland and Loudonville, from Chevys to Fords to Dodges to Jeeps and quality-owned pre-owned vehicles as well. Bill Harris Dealerships, it's your one-stop shop. For Wooster, it'll be Brock Bowen pitching, then Maddox Grazer at second, Aiden McMillan at right, Brian Lapp at first, Wesley Wheeler at shortstop, Lucas Shiplet will hit sixth and play third. Lower third of the order, Isaac Yoder, the DH, Sam Wingard catching, and Nick Rader will round out the lineup and play left field in the number 9 hole in the order. Bowen, Grazier, McMillan, Lapp, Wheeler, Shiplet, Yoder, Wingard, and Rader for the unbeaten Generals. The big hit yesterday came from Aiden McMillan, who had a 2-run single during a 3-run second inning for the Generals. For A.J. Beer and the Arrows, it'll be Tanner Wolf catching, then Ethan Hegg at short. Nick Mangus will take over in center. Cleanup batter is Noah Merrill. He'll pitch now. Carson Little, the DH. Trent Summers at first. Hitting seventh, playing right field, Liam Hubacher. Carter Nelson at third. And batting ninth at second base, Jake Bryant. So Wolf, Hegg, Mangus, Merrill, Little, Summers, Hubacher, Nelson, and Bryant. Those are the Arrows, 5-2 on the year and 3-1 in conference play, trying to even up this 2-game series against the Generals and keep pace in the OCC. We mentioned our beautiful weather conditions, brought to you by Truly Inspired Paper Company. Truly Inspired for all of your paper needs, from wedding invitations to business cards and everything in between. Truly Inspired Paper Company in Ashland and Loudonville. 69 sunny degrees right now. Wind has completely died out. And so we've got perfect conditions for some high school baseball. As the Arrows and Generals will try and continue this ball game. It all came to a screeching halt at 5:40 yesterday. That's when a lightning delay happened, and then more rain was on the radar, and they just decided to call it quits. It was 5:59 when it was suspended, so we had a 19-minute delay. And they'll pick up today here in the second inning. Brock Bowen, 2-0 on the year, a 0.64 ERA. He's an outstanding right-handed junior pitcher, and so he has fanned 2 so far. He gave up 2 first-inning runs when Tanner Wolf and Ethan Hegg led off with singles. Stewart bunted the runners over. Merrill followed with a sac fly. And so the Arrows were able to get a couple of runs home and had a brief 2-1 lead, but the 3-run second by the Generals have them in front now by a score of 4-2. Looks like we might have an umpire sighting walking slowly toward the field. You'd think maybe, it's 5:07 now. He could break into a jog, but I think momentarily the Generals be taking the field and Carter Nelson will be heading back toward the plate. So we appreciate all of our great game day sponsors here on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network, including Comfort Control, providing the best comfort for residential and commercial customers for more than 40 years. That's Comfort Control. Arrows with one final huddle. You can see both teams, in fact, doing that on each side of your screen there. Great to have Brandon Gunder back at the controls. Chris Mowry traveling today, so just a two-man crew up here with Randy, our great PA announcer here at Bud Plank Field. Here come the Generals in their powder blue tops and the white pants. Bowen, just 2 walks on the year, so a good control pitcher. He's not hit a batter all year. Now, that's just 2 starts, but he's over 12 innings now. So Bowen will take a few more warm-up tosses, and we'll be ready to go. Again, Dover coming in here. That'll be our next broadcast on Tuesday of next week. Arrows have 2 road games. Friday, tomorrow, at Huron. They have another road game Saturday. So back-to-back-to-back games for Ashland. They'll need a good outing here for Merrill. Try to give them some length here to save some pitching. And put the coaching staff in a position to get through these next 2 road games. So Tom Foley getting a new set of baseballs, ready to get this game restarted. Wooster won the game 6-1 on Tuesday. That was the game that was originally scheduled to be played here, but they flipped it due to the rain. Took advantage of Wooster's turf infield. Wooster won that game 6-1, out hitting the Arrows 7-4. There were a lot of errors in that game. Ashland committed 5, Wooster 3. So uncharacteristic, sloppy defense by both teams in that game. The rainy conditions, I'm sure, had something to do with that.
Stepping up to the plate, number 4, Carter Nelson.
So there's Carter Nelson hitting .333, 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. He actually hit a homer in the game on Tuesday, and over the fence homer, first of the year. Was 1 for 3 in the ball game. Bowen sets and fires, and it's a ball low, 2-0 now, and we're back underway. Jake Bryant waiting on deck. We start that game at 5:10, or restart at 5:10 Eastern time. This one jacked to deep left. This will send Rader back, and he gets to the spot, makes the catch, and that retires the side. The Arrows go 1-2-3 in the second inning. Third inning is coming up next. Your score, Wooster 4, Ashland 2.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
Checking that Simonson Construction Services scoreboard, 4-2. Generals as we go to the third inning. Noah Merrill takes over on the hill. The junior lefty. 3 games, 1 start, 1-0 on the year, 5 2/3 innings. 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. He's walked 9, struck out 6. He'll work on trying to get his walk totals under control. Takes over for Carson Little, who went 2 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, 2 hits, walked 3, hit 2, and struck out 3 batters. It'll be Wesley Wheeler to lead things off. He'll be followed by Lucas Shiplet and Isaac Yoder here in the top half of the third. For the Wooster Generals, coached by Steve Young, champions of the OCC last season. Steve was the coach of the year. Merrill finishing up his warm-ups. The defense behind him, Carter Nelson at third, Ethan Haggett shortstop, Jake Bryant at second base, Trent Summers over at first, Jackson Kinney in left, Nick Mangus in center, Liam Hubacher in right, Tanner Wolf is behind the plate. There's the final warm-up toss, and Wheeler will come to the plate. Flied out to right field in the first inning of yesterday's game.
Field number 3, Nick Mangus. Moving to right field, Liam Hubacher.
Wheeler's a good hitter, 583 to start the year.
Leading off the top of the third for Wooster, number 10, West.
8 RBIs. We got him on a fly out in the first, but he has a 722 on-base percentage. Merrill is ready to go, I think. He steps off here. Nelson in even with the bag at third. Wheeler, the right-handed batter, and a breaking ball. Skips past Wolf. Down low for ball 1. 1-0, Lucas Shiplet on deck. Bright and sunny here. The Arrows in those white uniforms glistening in the sun. Again, no wind to speak of. Wind was really blowing out yesterday. It would have helped that Carter Nelson drive to left if he had hit that yesterday afternoon. This one is driven to deep left field. Kenny in his tracks, he'll make the catch. So that is out number 1. 1 up, 1 down. Lucas Shiplet to the plate. And is that baseball or not?
Number 6,
Jackson Kinney
Shiplet.
into the ball game. Left field, first batter, hits right to him. The ball always finds the sub. 4-2 Wooster. Bases empty. Shiplet grounded out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Another right-handed batter. Shiplet, a junior. It's over for a strike. No balls, 1 strike to Shiplet. Shiplet, one of their fine starting pitchers. Breaking ball drops over. He's got him in an 0-2 hole. Brian Lapp, who is in the lineup for Wooster in this game as a first baseman and cleanup hitter, he pitched and won the game on Tuesday. Bowen pitching, and then Shiplet is their other starter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He wouldn't chase the pitch outside. Yoder waiting on deck. The second inning was trouble for the Arrows yesterday. 3 big runs for the Generals, wiping out a 2-1 Arrows lead. Fastball comes in a little bit low. 2-2 to Shiplet. He was 0 for 2 in the game against Ashland on Tuesday night. He did draw a walk. Swing and a miss. I get Shiplet swinging. Change of speeds there, and Isaac Yoder will step to the plate with 2 gone. That's the 4th overall strikeout for Arrows pitching in the ball game. Little had 3. Yoder was hit by a pitch, eventually scored on a wild pitch. Fastball catches the corner at the knees. 0-1. Yoder DHing. .375 batter on the year, 5 RBIs. He's another junior. He was 0 for 3 against Ashland on Tuesday. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-2. Merrill coming in, trying to author a 1-2-3 inning. We're in the top half of the third here at Bud Plank. Beautiful afternoon now. Here's the 0-2. It's way high and outside. That one had some zip. But pulling up here to the field about 4 o'clock, it was black clouds overhead. Just a little bit of rain fell. But that all moved out of the area very quickly. Breaking ball, strike 3 call, inside corner. He got Yoder looking, 2 Ks in the inning for Noah Merrill. The Generals go 1-2-3 in the third after 2 1/2 innings. It's Wooster 4, Ashland 2.
Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Isn't just where we work. It's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
The team at Whitcomb & Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors and CPAs will help you grow your business and investments. And now it's time for the Whitcomb & Hess pregame show guest.
Well, Jake Bryant will lead things off as we go to the home third inning. Generals leading it by a score of 4-2. Ashland has 2 hits in the ball game. In fact, hits are even at 2 apiece.
The batter, number 26, Jacob.
There was an error on Wooster in the first inning of the game yesterday against Brian Lapp on a bad throw. Brian grounds one to the left side, playable for Wheeler, the shortstop. He comes up firing, and he gets Bryant by a step over at first. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Stepping up to the plate, number.
Well, after those 2 leadoff singles in the first inning, Brock Bowen is now retired 7 in a row. He'll work with Tanner Wolf here now. Wolf top of the order, singled, stole a base, scored a run in the first inning. Came into the ball game hitting .381. Takes it low for a ball, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Ethan Haig on deck. Shiplett tied at third. Fastball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-handed batter, Wolf. Also a lefty hitter, Haig on deck. Straight away, pretty deep in the outfield. Newberger pretty deep in center. There's a strike outside corner. Letter high. A.J. Beer coaching down at third. Justin Dew at first. Bowen, the tall junior. Wings it in there, but it's outside. Couple of balls, 2 strikes down to Haig. All strikeouts brought to you by Sid Suds in Ashland. Soft power washing with superheated water. It's on 2 Ks for Noah Merrill in that third inning. Bowen rocks and delivers, jammed him. Slow roller toward third. Shiplett comes over, scoops, and throws an underhand throw over to first, but not in time to get Tanner Wolf. That one got right in on his hands, and you'll see the replay courtesy of Sarver Paving. It just sort of died in the grass there on the third base side. Hit for Wolf, third of the game, and now he's 2 for 2. Tying run at the plate, and the sophomore shortstop. Hagen RBI single in the first inning. Pickoff throw to first, and Wolf back easily. He had his 4th steal. He bluffs going, stays put. Heg takes the strike. So again, when we say he had a steal last night, that was in the first inning of this game. If you joined us late, this is the resumption of a suspended game from yesterday. No balls, 1 strike. They're keeping Wolf close. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom half of 3. Good fastball at the knees, taken for a strike, and he's got Hagen an old 0-2 hole. Mangus on deck. Wolf again chased back. He dives in. Had a pretty good lead that time. 0-2, a good pitch to run on. And Bowen with a snap throw back over there with Wolf taking a walking lead. He stays put again. This one fouled off. Arrows down a couple. Bowen deals. Climbed the ladder there. It's fouled back out of play. Straight up the chute. And back behind the press box somewhere. Oh, 2. That one sails in a little bit high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mangus will hit next, and then the cleanup batter, Merrill. Good part of the order coming up for Ashland. Wolf had a 1-out infield hit. This Wooster team has given up precious few runs. That one's high, 2-2. The 2 runs scored by the Arrows yesterday in the first inning, very uncharacteristic. Their first 7 games, all wins. They gave up a total of 5 runs. There goes Wolf. This pitch taken inside for a ball. A 1-bounce throw to second, not in time. Wolf has 2 steals in the ballgame. See it right there. Pretty good jump. Pitch was low and in. Not the best pitch to throw on. Wingard bounced it right to the bag, but too late. And now it's a full count to Ethan. Runner at second base. Bowen delivers. Looping breaking ball stays high, and it's ball 4. First and second for Ashland. Walks brought to you by BB&C Car Care. Don't walk. Keep your car running smoothly with regular oil changes at BB&C Car Care. Well, now here's Mangus making his first appearance at the plate. 1 for 5 on the season. No RBIs. Wave in a miss on a fastball. 0-1. Bowen trying to lock in here. 1 out, 2 on, looking for a double play ball. Shiplet even with the bag at third. Curveball drops over. That was some beauty. Maybe a slider there. Had some bite to it. No balls, 2 strikes. It's got Mangus in an 0-2 hole. The pause and the 0-2 way outside. Tanner Wolf at second and Ethan Hegg at first. He's held on over there by Lapp. One and two. The next pitch. Breaking ball, strike three call, outside corner. Huge strikeout for Brock Bowen. That's his third. 2 outs, 2 on. It's up to Noah Merrill. Got a sac fly yesterday in the first inning. Base hit here could make it a 1-run game. Extra base knock could potentially tie it. He was going for it there. Big cut and a miss. High fastball. Oh and 1, 2 outs, bottom 3. This one lifted in the air to right, playable for McMillan, who got a good break on it. Battling the sun, makes the catch, side retired. Brock Bowen works around. An infield hit and a walk. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 runners were left on base. We go to the 4th inning. It's Wooster 4, Ashland 2.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
Well, 3 innings in the books, 4-2 Wooster. Arrows had a couple of men on base in the third, could not get a rally going. It'll be Sam Wingard to lead things off for the Generals. Nick Rader to follow, and then back to the top of the order and Brock Bowen. Well, this season when the Arrows collect those extra base hits, they'll be brought to you by Coldwell Banker Ward Real Estate, Ashland's trusted real estate experts. Hopefully they'll collect a couple of those before this game is over. Wooster up 4-2 as Merrill begins his second inning. He retired the side in order. In the top of the third, Wingard was hit by a pitch. His first plate appearance yesterday and ended up scoring a run during that 3-run Wooster rally.
Leading off the 4th for Wooster, number 28, Sam Wingard.
Arrows deploy behind Merrill. Sun out in full force here on this Thursday afternoon, the 16th of April. Hope you got your taxes filed. First pitch, letter high strike outside corner. Had a little bit of movement to it. Wingard a 300 batter. 3 runs batted in on the year. 0 for 2 with a walk against Ashland on Tuesday. 0-1 from the righty, sails high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outfield straight away. Swung on and missed on a fastball, 1-2. Rader, the left-handed batter, waiting on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wingard. He is just a freshman catcher. is taken down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Generals come in hitting .407 as a team. They hit well, they pitch well. They have taken on all comers. Stand at 7-0. Curveball fouled away. Two balls and 2 strikes. Merrill to the plate. And swung on and fouled off. Back-to-back fastballs fouled away. Let's see what the southpaw comes up with here. It's working with Tanner Wolf behind the plate. Top of the 4th inning, 4-2 Wooster. Curveball, strike 3 call. Beauty. Wingert was frozen. Another Sid Sudge strikeout. That's the 3rd in a row for Noah Merrill. 6 overall for Ashland pitching in this game. Here's Nick Rader. Batting .400 with 4 RBIs. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning. Left-handed hitting sophomore. Ball 1 to him. 1 ball and no strikes. Game day guests throughout the year on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network, brought to you by Whitcomb and Hess. You have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, and thrive. There's a base hit into right center field. It will be cut off before it goes through the gap, and Rader will hold on with a 1-out single. That is the 3rd hit for the Generals. They lead it 4-2. Back to the top of the order, and Brock Bowen. First hit off of Merrill. So once again, Whitcomb and Hess, financial advisors and CPAs. They'll help you grow your business and investments. We had a great time talking with Scott Valentine. He stopped by the booth in the 2nd inning prior to the suspension of the game. Here's Bowen looking to put the ball into play. He has walked and struck out. Top of the 4th. The left-hander delivers. That's outside. Good, strong fastball there, but out of the zone, 1-0. Merrill throws to first. Pretty modest lead over there for Rader. He has 6 steals in 7 tries. Up 2. We'll see if they have any idea about running here. 1-0. He's got a pretty good lead. Merrill to the plate. That one skips up there and blocked by Wolf, who smothered it. That one came up pretty scuffed. New ball put into play. Brock Bowen. .385 batter. Top of the order and one of their ace starters. 2-0 at the knees for a strike. 2-1. Arrows look for the double play ball. Bryant at second, Haig at short, Nelson at third. Summers holds the runner on. That one's a little bit outside. It's 3-1. We'll see if Bowen has the green light. I bet he does. Snap throw, bad throw. Bounces off the side wall. That's going to allow Rader to get up and move to second base. He'll hold right there as Summers tracks it down. An error on the pickoff throw. That puts a runner in scoring position. Still 3-1. Maddox Grazer is on deck. It's the first error of the game against Ashland. They had 5 in that loss on Tuesday against the Generals. So one thing A.J. Beer was saying we can't do again today. See if he can pitch around it. 3-1. That's ripped to third, and it goes off the glove of Nelson. That ball was absolutely hammered. It rolls into left field. It'll get a run home. Brock Bowen socks one on the 3-1. Sends an absolute rocket for an RBI single. That scores Raider. Maddox Grazer to the plate. It's now a 5-2 ball game.
Maddox Grazer.
5th RBI of the year for Brock Bowen. Here's Grazer, 0 for 1 with a walk. Still only 1 out, 2 hits in the inning. There's a strike outside corner, starts him out 0-1. Aiden McMillan on deck, so you're getting into the dangerous part of this order. Four hits in the game for the Generals. Now showing bunt. Grazer pops it up foul. So the bunt is probably off, 0-2. Merrill pitching. That's a base hit into right field. Charging at Hubacher. Here comes Bowen around third. The throw will be cut off. That holds Grazer at first with an RBI single. It is 6-2. Third RBI of the year for Maddox Grazer. 3 hits in the inning. The 2 hits by Bowen and Grazer absolutely smoked. Here's Aiden McMillan. He had the 2-run single to center field in the second inning. 6-2 ball game now. Top of the 4th inning. McMillan 1 for 2. Still just 1 out. Jake Bryant has come way over toward first, expecting the bunt, and that one was way inside. It grazed McMillan. A.J. Beer, I think, is going to get a clarification from Tom Foley on the hit by pitch. He came in, maybe got him on that elbow pad or on the forearm. Didn't seem to make a big effort to get out of the way. That may be what AJ is asking about. It's going to put runners at first and second. Grazer up to second. McMillan at first. Brian Lapp will be the hitter. AJ Beer has at the least convinced Tom Foley to check in with Harold Hightower on what he observed on the hit by pitch. And the call will stand. First and second. That's the 3rd hit batter of the game on the Wooster side. There's Lapp, 1 for 2. 467 batter, 8 RBIs, so he has some RBIs out there in waiting. Double play ball could still get the Arrows out of the inning. It's 6-2 Wooster. They've extended the lead here in the 4th. Good fastball starts him out at 0-1. Wheeler waits on deck. Clapp is the cleanup batter. In the order for Steve Young. All right-handed batters except Nick Rader against the lefty Merrill. Pickoff play to second. Went off the glove of Bryant, but Haig was backing up. One strike to Lapp. There's no action for the Arrows right now in the bullpen. 0-1. Blowing away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. General's trying to stay unbeaten in the league. New Philly is unbeaten at 4-0. Wooster 5-0. Ashland with 1 loss. That was to these Generals. Breaking ball just missed. Frazier leads off second. Summers playing behind the runner at first. It's another pickoff play, and that time they got him. Bryant takes the throw and puts the tag on Maddox Frazier. We'll see it again on the Sarver Paving replay. Well delivered by Merrill. Got him rather easily. 1-4 on the pickoff. 2 outs. Huge out recorded there by the Arrows. Now let's see if they can get Lapp. Limit the damage to 2. Low for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lapp, a senior. He was the winning pitcher on Tuesday. This one jacked out toward right field. Long run for Hubacher into the gap. He won't get it. That splits the outfielders, goes all the way to the fence. Aiden McMillan could run for a while. He's coming in to score. Lapp going to third. Throw there, not in time. It is a 3-bagger. 7-2 Wooster. As Brian Lapp drills a triple to right center field. Picks up his 9th RBI, his 2nd hit of the ballgame. McMillan scores from first. Here's Wesley Wheeler. First pitch ball, 1-0. 3 runs in the inning. 4 hits. Here's the 1-0. That is low for a ball, 2-0. Good hitters count here for Wheeler, who has flied out twice in the ballgame. Boy, polar opposites for Merrill. He had a 1-2-3 third and has labored here in the 4th. This one fouled out of play, first base side, 2-1. Lucas Shiplet on deck. Two and one. Merrill pitching. Fooled him on a breaking ball there. 2-2 after the swing and miss. He really pulled the string there. Wheeler was way out in front. Lapp leads off third. Outside for a ball, 3-2, full count. A lot of pitches this inning for Mr. Merrill. Payoff way outside. Snap throw down to third base. Lapp had wandered way off the bag, but it's a walk. He was able to dive back safely to third.
Up next, number 6, Lucas Shiplett.
First walk of the inning. Fourth of the game for the Arrows, although Merrill did hit a batter early this inning. That has complicated matters. They're on the corners now for Lucas Shiplett, who is 0 for 2. This is the 8th batter of the inning. That one misses, starts him out 1-0. Shiplett, a strikeout victim last time. Big hit of the inning, that 3-bagger by Lapp. Runner goes from first, pitch is low and in, throw goes to third, trying again to catch Lapp too far off, but he gets back. Stolen base for Wheeler. That's his 9th of the year. He's perfect, 9 for 9. 2-0 to Shiplett. That's outside for a ball, 3-0. Isaac Yoder on deck. Do have a base open at first. So 3-0. Curveball drops over. Perfectly executed pitch that time, 3-1. The leadoff batter was retired. After that, the Generals have rallied for 3 back-to-back breaking balls in the strike zone and taken. So it's now a full count, 3-2. Runners will not be moving. First base is unoccupied. Payoff. That's inside. It's ball 4. That will load him up. The batter is Yoder. A.J. Beer will call timeout. Give Merrill a breather. Again, no action going. Yoder will be the 9th batter of the inning. So you've got Lapp over at third, Wheeler at second, Shiplett at first. Yoder with 5 RBIs on the year. He'll be trying to do some serious damage here with 2 outs. A 4-hit, 2-walk inning. Arrows were fortunate to get the second out on a pickoff at second. Meeting breaks up. Runners return to the bags. Umpires having some conference. AJ's pausing at the baseline to see what that might be about. Well, there's Yoder now. He was hit by a pitch in the second inning last night and then struck out looking against Merrill in the third inning. He'll dig in literally. Runners everywhere for the Generals. 7-2, they lead the Arrows. The first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. Barrow with 3 strikeouts. He could use a 4th to get out of this jam. Swing and a miss. 0-2, he's almost there. No balls, 2 strikes to Yoder, the junior. Is the Wooster DH. Stands right up against the plate. Runner takes off from first. Not sure what in the world is going on there and why the Arrows didn't throw back over to first. Summers really didn't come back to the bag. Shiplet ran almost all the way to second base. No balls, 2 strikes. Fastball way out of the strike zone. Good velocity, but 1-2. Seven to 2. Next pitch. That's low for a ball. Close pitch, 2-2. Wingert is on deck. This is the 9th batter of the inning. It has been a slog for Merrill through this 4th. Trying desperately to get the 3rd out. Keep it a 5-run deficit. This is a major turning point in the ballgame. 2-2 breaking ball. It looked like he leaned right into that pitch. He got hit. A.J. Beer is going to come back out. I think Tom Foley is going to confer with the base umpire again, Harold Hightower. Now they're going to call him out for the intentional lean in. So Yoder is out, and that retires the side. 9 men come to the plate. Wooster gets 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 3. They've stranded 6 in the ball game. Steve Young getting an explanation now, but as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, the Generals have wind out the lead on the Arrows 7-2. Well, the Arrows will start the climb back here as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 7-2 Wooster. Isaac Yoder was called out for leaning into the pitch, being hit intentionally. And so instead of forcing in a run, that left the bases loaded. So a major break there for the Arrows to keep it a 5-run ball game. Carson Little makes his way to the dish in the home 4th inning. A little bit of a breeze picking up, nothing major. Still warm and comfortable, sunny skies here in Ashland, Ohio.
Carson Little.
First pitch to Carson Little from Brock Bowen, catches the corner at the knees, 0-1. Little struck out in the 1st inning. Ball 1, strike 1 to him. He started the game on the mound, worked 2 innings, now DHing. Trent Summers next, then Liam Hubacher. Little asks for and gets time. No big argument there from Steve Young as he talked it over with Tom Foley between innings. That one missed badly. 2-1. Well, Bowen had a big RBI single to help his own cause. Way outside again, overthrowing those last 2. 3 balls, 1 strike. Arrows would certainly take a leadoff walk. See if Carson Little takes a pitch here. 308 batter, 9 RBIs. Goes after the 3-1 with the green light, fouled it back. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One thing about Bowen, he is a quick worker. Strike 3 call, outside corner. Little thought it was too far outside. He's rung up by Foley.
Stepping up to the plate, number 2, Trent.
Sarver replay here. It's 4th strikeout for Bowen. Here's Summers. Takes a ball, 1-0. Summers 0 for 1, tried to bunt his way on yesterday in the bottom of the 2nd. And was thrown out by Bowen, fielding the ball nicely on the third base side of the mound. 1-1 now. That one's taken low, skipped in the dirt, blocked by Wingard, the catcher. 2-1. He misses with that one. 3-1 now. So he's gone 3-1 on both the first 2 hitters here in the bottom of the 4th. 7-2 Wooster. Generals trying to sweep 2 games from the Arrows. That's a strike, letter high from Tom Foley. So that makes it full. It's gone the distance on both hitters so far. Bowen deals. That is low and away. Arrows get a base runner. It's just the 2nd walk by Brock Bowen. Here's Liam Hubacher, struck out in the 2nd. He was the last batter to finish up his AB before the game was suspended last evening. Walks brought to you by BB&C Car Care. Summers over at first. Has not attempted a steal on the year. Likely won't be doing so here, down by 5. First pitch, a strike to Hubacher. Sophomore outfielder. Bowen misses high with it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll have post-game reaction for you. I'll be part of our Janney post-game show. Here's the 1-1 outside. 7-2 Wooster. 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 4th. These have been the big innings. Two and 1. Comes down the pipe for a strike. 2-2 to Hubacher. Carter Nelson waiting on deck for the Arrows. (3-2). So Bowen throwing a ton of pitches here in the inning. He's walked 1, struck out 1. No balls have been put into play. (3-2), swung on and foul tipped right back to the catcher Wingard. It's a strikeout, his 5th of the game, 2 gone. Carter Nelson will make his way to the plate.
Nelson.
So Bowen has come back to get Little and Hubacher on strikes. See what Nelson can do. He flied out to left field when the game was resumed. And we started last night, got through the first 2 outs of the bottom of the 2nd inning, swing and a miss as Nelson did Bowen a favor there, swinging at a pitch up and out of the strike zone. Restarted today at 5:05, and we're now in the bottom of the 4th. 7-2 Generals. Strike outside corner, 1-2. Carter Nelson batting. Sophomore. Jake Bryant on deck. 2-1. Breaking ball, late decision to swing at it. It's popped up behind the plate. I think it got out of play. Two and two for Nelson as Bowen climbs back up on the mound. Runner aboard. Arrows down 5. Be playing at Huron tomorrow against the Tigers. Here's the 2-2, wave and a miss. Nelson strikes out. That's the 6th of the game for Brock Bowen, the junior lefty. No runs. There were no hits, no errors, 1 walk, and a man left on base. The Arrows have stranded 3 through the first 4 innings. We go to the 5th. It's Wooster 7, Ashland 2.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
Arrows baseball brought to you by Sarver Paving on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network. David Wilson back here, Bud Plank Field, Archer Arrows Park. Beautiful afternoon here in Ashland, Ohio. Sun bathing the field. 7-2, the Generals leading it. They'll send Sam Winger to the plate to lead things off. Rader and Bowen to follow. Maybe Grazier if they get someone on base.
Leading off the top of the 5th.
Noah Merrill
Sam Winger.
had a little bit of time to rest. Only 4 batters came to the plate for Ashland, but all drew long counts and worked Bowen. He ended up striking out 3 and walking 1. So Merrill back to work after facing 9 batters last time. And he starts out with a breaking ball strike to Winger, who struck out looking in the 4th. Hit by a pitch in the 2nd. He's 0 for 3 overall in the 2 games against Ashland. 1 ball, 1 strike to Sam Wingard. One ball, 1 strike. Fastball just a little bit upstairs. Another interesting thing that I noticed on the Wooster stat sheet, through 7 games, 0 sack bunts. 0. 2-1. Ground ball. Speared by Merrill. Takes his time and throws a 1 bouncer over to first that Summers is able to handle. Good play on the receiving end there. Goes down as a 1-3 put out. All's well that ends well. Here's Nick Rader. Single and a walk. Arrows did have an error last inning. I said 0 when I wrapped it up, but there was that throwing error on the bat pickoff. That was when Rader was at first. One ball and no strikes. Top half of the 5th. Wooster leading at 7-2. Lefty-lefty matchup. In the air to left field, right at Kinney, but he cannot get there. Ends up having to play it on a hop. Coming off the bat, I thought that might travel a little better, but it drops in for a hit. And Rader is 2 for 2 with a walk. 1 out, 1 on. Here's Bowen. It's the 7th hit of the game for the Wooster Generals. Bowen an RBI single last time. 1 for 2 with a walk, 2 runs scored. He has a steal. And he has fanned 6 on the mound. Held the Arrows to 3 hits. Well, he has had quite an impact in the ball game. That's over for strike 1. Frazier on deck. Arrows look for the double play ball. Hagen Bryant playing a double play depth. Nelson a step behind the bag at third. A 1. That's hit hard on the ground to Hegg. He'll go to Bryant. That is 1. Here's the turn to first. Not in time. Bowen hustling down the line. He beats it out. 2 gone in the inning. You see it again right here.
Batting next for Wooster.
Bowen hustling right out of the box. Two down. Here's Grazier. RBI single to right last inning. He's walked and popped out. 1 for 2. 7-2 Generals here in the 5th. 2 gone. There's a called strike. 0-1. McMillan on deck. Bowen holds the lead. Now the pitch. It's a little high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowen with 3 steals now on the year, counting the first inning steal last evening. 3 for 3. He goes. This one is high for a ball. Throw down to second base. Bryant makes the catch and tries to swipe at Bowen going by, but not in time. Sarver Paving replay. Wolf had a pretty good pitch to throw on. The release very quick and the throw right on the money, but Bowen beats it. 2-1. 2 outs. He's coming to third now. Pitch way inside. Throw it down to third, and Bowen steals it standing up. Bowen now at third base after back-to-back steals. And it's 3-1 to Maddox Grazier. That is up and in. A high and tight fastball. It's ball 4. That high and tight one brought to you by the 419 Barbershop in downtown Ashland. They'll get you looking fresh this spring. Check them out for all of your hair care needs. That is the 419 Barbershop. First and third. Here's McMillan. 2-run single in the second inning. Hit by a pitch in the 4th. We'll see if Grazier takes off. Merrill takes too long. McMillan asks for time, gets it. Brian Lapp on deck. McMillan batting. Dangerous hitter, number 3 hole in the Wooster lineup. That one is skied high. First base side, foul territory, and that one is going to drop foul. Summers and Bryant giving chase. Neither could get there. Summers with the glasses on immediately lost that ball in the sun. The ball's 1 strike to Aiden. Junior slugger, now 11 RBIs on the year. That leads the Wooster team. Sun also a problem for Hubacher and Wright. At this time of the afternoon, runner goes from first, and the pitch gets away from Wolf. Bowen stays put over at third. It's a steal for Grazier. Well, he took off. Pitch happened to skip by Wolf, but got a favorable bounce right back. Bowen hangs on. Ball a strike to McMillan. For Grazier, his 5th of the year. Merrill, the 1-1, swing and a miss. 1-2. He's 1 strike away from getting out of it unscathed. Bowen at third, Grazier at second. They batted around last inning, added 3 to the lead. It's 7-2 Wooster. Outside for a ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes. They batted around, scored 3, but left 3 on. Now 2 in scoring position. They've stranded 6 in the game. Noah Merrill to the plate. That's low. Came in with a fastball to make it 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still no action going in the bullpen. Again, A.J. Beer thinking ahead. He's got 2 road games coming up Friday and Saturday. 3-2. Lifted in the air. First base side again. Summers will watch this one drift off to the right. It's out of play. I don't think it got to $7 Creek. It did not. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wooster batting top of the 5th. OCC baseball here at Bud Plank Field. The pitch. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. What a beautiful time to roll that out. Merrill picks up the K. And that strands 2 runners in scoring position. No runs. 1 hit, no errors. There was a walk, 2 left. They've stranded 8 in the ball game. And we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's still Wooster 7, Ashland 2.
Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Well, the Arrows down 7-2, come to the plate in the bottom of the 5th against Brock Bowen. They got 2 runs off of Bowen. It was over 24 hours ago. He has been mowing them down since. He has 6 strikeouts. He'll face Jake Bryant. And then the top of the order, Tanner Wolf and Ethan Haig. It's coming up this inning. And our Our post-game show is coming up, but hopefully we'll be talking about an Arrows comeback before we get there. Bottom of 5. Brock Bowen. And 3 last inning, sandwiched in a walk. Arrows have to go back to the 3rd inning for their last hit. That was an infield hit for Tanner Wolf. They have just 3 hits in the ball game. 2 of those 3 were the first 2 batters of the 1st inning yesterday before the suspension. O'Brien grounded out to shortstop in the 3rd. One ball, no strikes to Jake Bryant. The senior hitting .455 coming into the ball game, off to a great start. 3 RBIs. 2-0. It was a fairly routine inning in the 4th for Bowen, but he did throw a lot of pitches. Deep counts on every hitter. Bryant, lanky right-handed batter, good speed. Here's the pitch. That's inside, up on the corner for a strike, 2-1. Finally is action going in the Ashland pen now. They do have a righty throwing down there. Now that one, I believe, clipped him. So Bryant is aboard.
Stepping up to the plate, number 36, Tanner Wolf.
We have Bryden Bolin loosening. He's the sophomore. Tanner Wolf, 2 for 2. He's been one of the bright spots for this game for the Arrows. It's high for a ball, 1-0. Also has 2 steals. Bowen pitching, swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. So we may see Bolin enter the game to pitch the top of the 6th. Merrill, 3 innings of work. 1-1. Off the end of the bat, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chiplet in tied at 3rd against the left-handed hitting Tanner Wolf. Bryant aboard at 1st. Arrows down by 5. Looking to string some hits together, put some pressure on Bowen. See what happens. Bryant chased back with a throw. Bowen, the junior right-hander, has been outstanding. 1-2. Got a breaking ball and a late decision by Wolf to go after that when he finally recognized the pitch and fouled it out of play. See what Bowen comes back with here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryant a modest lead at 1st. Another swing, another foul. Do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wolf hanging in there. Looking for his 3rd hit. Getting some cloud cover overhead now. This one skied high on the right side, playable for McMillan out there, and he settles under it and makes the grab. That's the 1st out. There's Ethan Haig.
Number 40, Ethan Haig.
1 for 1 with a single. RBI. He's also walked. One out, 1 on. 7-2 Generals. There's a called strike. Home 5th here for the Arrows. There's a letter high strike. It's quickly 0-2. Last time we saw the Arrows here was that 21-0 win over Mansfield. Oh, 2. Way inside that, got him in the back. Heg hurting. Got plunked. That's the second hit batsman of the inning. First and second for Ashland, 1 out. Steve Young calls time. He'll come out to talk with Bowen. No action for Wooster. The batter will be Nick Mangus, who struck out his first time up. They give Bowen just a little breather. So Heg plunked right in the back, and he'll take his spot over at first base. Bryant to second. Rally brewing here for the Arrows, 1 out. And therefore strike, 0-1. Again, Wooster with the staff ERA of 0.90 and Bowen 0.64. This one lifted into left center field. That's going to drop in for a hit for Mangus. Bryant turns third. He'll come to the plate. The relay throw goes off into foul territory. It'll allow both runners to move up an extra base. It's an RBI single for Mangus. That's his first RBI of the season. He drives in Bryant. That makes it 7-3. Worcester's lead is cut to 4 here in the bottom of the 5th.
The batter, number 27, Noah Merrill.
There's Noah Merrill. Runners at second and third. Only 1 out. Heg at third. And Mangus at second base. And they took the extra base on the throw toward home from Newberger. Inside for a ball to Noah. He's 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. Base hit could bring in 2 more and make this a 2-run ball game. Now the sun is coming back out. Two and 0. Merrill looking for his first hit against the Generals. 0 for 3 in the 2 games. Carson Little on deck. Swing and a miss, 2-1. RBI single for Mangus. Seven, 3 Wooster. Two, 1, check swing, and got that off the knob of the bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So a little bit of bad luck there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2. First base is open. Infield playing deep. They'll concede the run to get it out. 3-2. Ground ball towards shortstop. It is fielded by Wheeler. His throw across in time. Merrill gets the RBI. Run is in. It's 7-4. That's his second RBI of this game and his 7th of the year. Haig comes home to roost. Mangus to third. It's a 2-run inning for the Arrows here in the 5th. Batter is Carson Little, the runner at third base, looking for a 2-out hit to knock in a run. It's high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Little has fanned twice. Bangus the third. No, a called strike. 1-1. Newberger straight away and pretty deep in center against Little. Steve Reich. 1-2. And the sun back out. And at this time of the evening, it is a problem for the right side. That is the right fielder, second baseman, and first baseman. Not to mention Bowen himself. 1-2, it won't matter. A swing and a miss. He gets Little for the strikeout, and that retires the side. But 2 runs for Ashland. They do it on 1 hit. No errors. The man was stranded at third base. Ashland has left 4. We have completed 5 in this OCC matchup. It is Wooster 7 and Ashland 4.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
The Arrows employ a new pitcher as we go to the top half of the 6th inning. This call to the bullpen presented by Ashland's Linway Restaurant. Quality food and service since 1951. Bryden Bolin takes over, the sophomore right-handed pitcher. He'll take over for Noah Merrill, who went 3 innings in relief, giving up 5 hits, 3 runs all earned. He walked 3, struck out 4. Hit a batter. He'll give way to Bolin here, who will face Brian Lapp, then Wesley Wheeler and Lucas Shiplet. Arrows tighten things up here with 2 runs in their half of the 5th, so it's a 3-run ball game, 7-4.
Leading off the top of the 6th for Wooster, number 11, Brian Lapp.
Bolin facing Lapp, who had a big run-scoring triple in the 4th. Cleanup hitter in the Wooster lineup. Leading it off here in the 6th, and the first pitch from the righty, over for a strike. So Little, Merrill, and now Bolin. Pitch way inside. Lapp got out of the way of it. Last outing here at home for Bolin was the relief outing against Madison. 1 inning, 2 hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts against the Rams. Roller to third. It's knocked down by Nelson. Picks it up, throws to first, but not in time. Lapp reaches. That will likely go down as an E5. It's not a clean pickup at third there by Nelson. And that little bobble cost him. Wesley Wheeler to the plate, leadoff batter aboard. It's the 2nd error against the Arrows. Here's Wheeler, 2 flyouts and a walk. Wooster immediately putting pressure again on the Arrows. This one way outside, but it bounces off the back wall. It's thrown behind Wheeler. It bounced back to Wolf, so no advancement by Lapp. Arrows caught a break there. So did Wheeler. Lap stays put. Pitch inside. Now, Wheeler was again squaring around to bunt that time. If he lays one down here, that'll be the first of the year for the Generals, trying to sacrifice a runner over. (2-0). Takes the bat back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lucas Shiplett is on deck for Wooster. They're unbeaten at 7-0. If you've joined us late, this game started yesterday. It was suspended in the second, restarted this afternoon. 2-1. There's the bunt. It's foul at the plate, 2-2. It's 7-4 Wooster. Just got to run in on the Mangus single and the Merrill groundout in their half of the 5th inning. Trying to stay within arm's reach here. 2-2, hammered foul over to third. Took a hop over the dugout, on down the third base line. Foul territory. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful afternoon, sunny skies, very little wind, just an occasional breeze. (2-2). That's outside. Snap throw, but Lapp was back. Not close down there at first. Full count, 3-2. Just noticed they didn't put the flag up today, so I don't think it would be moving much even if they did, but 3-2. Big chopper, tough play, gloved by Nelson on the run, throws to first in time. Heck of a play by Carter Nelson on the big Baltimore chop. Sarver replay right here. You see him coming off to his left, speared it, and threw a strike on the run. Good redemption after the error to start the inning. 1 out, runner at second base. Here's Lucas Shiplett, 0 for 2 with a walk. 7-4 Wooster, top of the 6th. Swinging strike, 0-1. Shiplett 0 for 4 in the series against the Arrows. Yoder on deck. First base open, runner at second. Wave and a miss. Good fastball by Bolin. 0-2. See if Bolin can notch his first strikeout. The 0-2. Just a bit upstairs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arrows pitching has 7 Ks. One and 2. That one lifted in the air. Very shallow right center, and a nice run by Mangus to catch up to it in the gap. 2 outs. Shiplett retired, and here's Isaac Yoder. Yoder 0 for 2, also been hit by a pitch. He's actually called out with the bases loaded in the 4th inning when he leaned into a pitch to try to draw a HBP. 7-4 Wooster. Steve Young asked for time. Wants to talk briefly with Yoder. You see them talking there on the left side of your screen. Well, after Shiplett was retired, I'm trying to see if that's him or is that number 8. Can't quite tell. There's somebody throwing down in the bullpen, though. Double check when they get to the bottom of the sixth if they make the pitching change. One outside. Could be Adam Doherty. I think that is number 8. Adam Doherty getting loose. Good cut, fouled back by Yoder. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Working our way through this OCC matchup between the defending conference champs, the Wooster Generals, and the Ashland Arrows. One. Tried to check his swing, went around on it. 1-2 now to Yoder. Bolin in his first inning of relief work. Coming out of the bullpen, brought to you by Linway Restaurant. One ball, 2 strikes. Arrows bluffing in behind the runner at second. Swing and a miss. Fastball overpowers Isaac Yoder. It's the first strikeout for Mr. Bolin, the 8th of the game for Ashland pitching. No runs, no hits. There was an error. A man was left. And we'll take this to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Wooster 7, Ashland 4.
Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
The team at Whitcomb & Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors and CPAs will help you grow your business and investments. And now it's time for the Whitcomb & Hess pregame show guest.
Well, another call to the bullpen, this time for the Generals. And in fact, it was Lucas Shiplet, the third baseman, who flied out to center field. He hustled down to start warming up and get his arm loose to take over for Brock Bowen. It is a straight-up switch, just in position. So Bowen now moves over, and he'll play third base. And Shiplet takes over on the mound, so no change in the batting order. Shiplet, the junior, takes over for Bowen, who worked 5 innings over 2 days in the ball game. He held the Arrows to 4 hits and 4 runs.
Now pitching.
He struck out 7. Looking at his walk totals, they were definitely minimal. 2 walks, 2 hit batters. He's in line to win the ball game. He'll turn things over to Shiplet. Arrows have 6 outs to work with here. Bottom of the 6th, Trent Summers 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch from Shiplet, a ball cued right down to the first baseman lap. He'll retire Trent Summers, 3 unassisted. 1 pitch, 1 out for Shiplet, who is 2-0 on the year.
The batter, number 5, Liam Hubacher.
Here's Hubacher now, 2 strikeouts. Looking to get on base here. The Arrows down by only 3. This game's still in reach. That one's outside for a ball. Hubacher looking to put the ball in play for the first time. Carter Nelson is on deck. 1-1, big swing and miss there. Shiplet comes in throwing hard. 1-1. One is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arrows battling in this game, no question about that. Got 2 big runs in their half of the 5th. This one fouled out of play. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Arrows will try and put some good at-bats together here, get somebody on base. That's priority 1. 1-2. That's lined into right. That'll get the job done. Base hit for Liam Hubacher. 1 out single. That's the 5th hit of the game for the Ashland Arrows. And Carter Nelson will bat.
Number 4, Carter.
Nelson 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. So Shiplet takes over. He's the second pitcher used by the Generals. Right-hander comes set, he'll deal. Blew it by him, swing and a miss, 0-1. Jake Bryant on deck. Arrows have used 3 pitchers, Little, Merrill, and Bolin. Gonna drop down there, threw it in high for a ball, snap throw to first, not in time to get Hubacher. Hubacher, by the way, 5 steals on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bowen now playing third. Check his swing on a pitch inside. 1-2, sort of a defensive swing, and couldn't check it. Cost him a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Bryant on deck. Nelson at the plate. Shiplet pitching. Breaking ball. Came in a little upstairs. I think Wingard was a little shocked. Borderline pitch went Nelson's way that time. 2-2. Runner goes. Ball low, 3-2. The throw caught, and the tag applied in time to get Hubacher. Incredible job by Grazier, the second baseman. Caught it on a short hop, was falling down as he reached out to get it and was able to put the tag on Liam Hubacher. First time he's been caught stealing. 2-4 for the second out. Payoff. That's low, ball 4. So the walk puts a runner on with 2 outs. Unfortunate that came 1 pitch too late.
Number 26.
The Arrows would have had 2 on and the tying run at the plate. Here's Jake Bryant. Bryant 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. That one grazed him. Bryant hit by a pitch for the second straight at bat. Well, Steve Young coming out to ask if he would check with Harold Hightower as to whether or not Bryant made an attempt, but it was not even in the neighborhood of the one that was ruled intentional by Isaac Yoder earlier in the ball game. That was a fastball that just came blazing inside and just glanced off the uniform. So a quick meeting, but the hit by pitch stands.
Stepping up to the plate, number 36, Tanner Wolf.
Here's Tanner Wolf. 2 hits and a fly out, 2 for 3. Runners at second and third. The tying run is at the plate. 7-4 Wooster, bottom of 6. Way inside, I think that one got Wolf. Wolf was hit, trying to dance out of the way of it. That puts runners everywhere for the Arrows.
The batter, number 40, Ethan.
Well, here's Ethan Hegg now. He's been on base every time. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch. Bases loaded for the Arrows. Big rally in the making against Lucas Shiplett. The pitch. That's low for a ball, 1-0. And with 5 RBIs, make it now 6 on the year, 6 RBIs, and ducks on the pond. Nelson, Bryant, and Wolf are the runners, third to first. And there's a strike outside corner, 1-1. Heck, good at working the count, good eye at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball towards shortstop. Wheeler charges. It takes a bad hop. He spears it, throws to second. Not in time. They hold the ball out there, and 2 runs come in for the Arrows to make it 7-6. Bang, bang play at second. And then the Arrows kind of caught Grazier unaware, who held the ball out there. And after Nelson scored, Bryant just kept right on running. Ethan Hegg with the big chopper to short. It kind of took a funny hop, and it was fielded by Wheeler. He tried to get Wolf, who beat it out. Likely a fielder's choice there for Hegg. He'll get the RBI. Wheeler really had 1 play. That was at second. And then Wolf called safe on a bang-bang play. He went in standing. Steve Young wants to talk to his infield. 7-6 now. The Arrows have plated 2. Got the big break there on the bang-bang play at second. Close play. Wolf running it out. Hegg, the big chopper on the infield. Wheeler did a nice job making the play. I thought they would get the out at second. One of a short conversation, just making sure they're all on the same page defensively here. 2 outs. Runners at first and second, tying run in scoring position for Nick Mangus, who had an RBI single his last time up. 7-6 Wooster. Second straight inning that the Arrows have plated 2 runs. Shiplett pitching, it's over for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Hegg makes things happen. There's no doubt about that. Scrappy sophomore ball player. He's over at first. Late swing by Mangus. Fouls it out of play, and he's in an 0-2 hole. So a big pitch upcoming here for Lucas Shiplett. Trying to strand 2 runners on and quell the Arrows rally. Here's the 0-2. Way upstairs. Can he drop down? Kind of 3/4. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Noah Merrill on deck. Merrill's looking for a timely 2-out hit from Mangus. The pitch to the senior, 1-2. That's low. It gets away, and the runners will advance. Throw down to third, not in time. So a wild pitch. And now the Arrows really in business. With a chance to drive in two and potentially take the lead. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nick Mangus. Looking for something he can drive. He'll have to swing if it's close. 2 strikes. Here is the 2-2. A high fly ball to left field. Playable for Rader. Gets to the spot, and he'll haul it in. Big out recorded there by Shiplett with his back to the wall. But 2 big runs for the Arrows. Do it on 1 hit. No errors. 2 runners were left on base. And we go to the 7th inning. It's Wooster 7, Ashland 6.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football. The team at Whitcomb & Hess have all of your needs covered. Plan, grow, thrive. Financial advisors and CPAs will help you grow your business and investments. And now it's time for the Whitcomb & Hess pregame show guest.
Seven to 6, your score. Top of the 7th coming up. 7-6 Wooster. Their lead has dwindled down to 1, but Arrows will have one more shot at them in the bottom of the 7th. Bryden Boland will try and hold them at bay. Give the Arrows one more shot. They would need 1 to tie, 2 to win it. And they're half of the 7th inning. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter coming up to start. And I believe that will be Maverick Chenevy. He's swinging a bat in the on-deck circle.
Hot dogs are now $1 at the concession stand.
Rader and Bowen to follow. So here's Chenevy, the pinch hitter against Boland, who threw a scoreless 6th. So Steve Young going to his bench. He'll get a left-handed batter up there.
Leading off the 7th for Wooster, number 15, Maverick Chenevy.
Rader will be on deck. Chenevy hitting .333, 7 RBIs. And he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Arrows had a couple of men in scoring position, but Lucas Shiplett got Mangus to fly out. Lead is 1 as we head into the final inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Chopped foul, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch, and that's outside for a ball, 1-2. Chenevy, a sophomore. Multi-sport athlete, plays on their basketball team. Ground ball foul. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rader, the left-handed batting outfielder, on deck. 7-6 Wooster. Arrows have been on the comeback trail since falling behind in the 2nd inning. One, two, good at bat going here, fouled back. Genevieve leading off. He's a pinch hitter. Hitting for Wingard, the catcher. Steve Young talking with Tom Foley, the home plate umpire. That time called again now. Foley walking back down the baseline toward Steve Young. I'm asking something about Bolin. I don't know if it's his glove. Something about the glove, and it looks like some long laces there that Steve Young might have been asking about. One ball, two strikes. Genevieve back in. Bolin kicks and delivers. That's high for a ball. Two balls, two strikes. Wooster would love an insurance run. 2-2. Foul tip back to Wolf. He got him on strikes. So a good battle there, but Bolin wins it with the heater. Genevieve strikes out. That's the second K for Bolin. Ninth strikeout of the game for Arrows pitching. Here is Rader. 2 hits and a walk, so he's been on base all 3 times. He shoots one toward center field. That'll drop in for a hit in front of Mangus. It's a 3-hit day for Nick Rader.
Up next for Wooster, number 24, Brock Bowen.
First hit off Bowen, 8th of the game for the Generals. Brock Bowen will bat his 5th plate appearance. A.J. Beer comes out. There's an injury to Kinney, the left fielder, who seemed to have maybe turned an ankle or hurt himself when he was heading over toward left center where that ball was traveling. Looks like he might have twisted a knee or turned an ankle, but that's speculation. But he's favoring that left leg as he walks in. And A.J. Beer will have to make a change mid-inning. Well, that's Hubacher, who had gone back to left. I'm not sure when that occurred. Looks like Merrill is back in right. Is that right, Randy? Appreciate everybody, telling us and everything. So Merrill back in right where he started. Hubacher was the injured player. And now who checked in? Let's see. Trying to see who went in. Is that 9? It looks like that's Henry Kinney. So Henry Kinney now in left. Hubacher out. Merrill is in right. This one is taken outside of ball, 1-0 to Brock Bowen. Runner at first base, 1 out. 7th inning, 7-6 Wooster. So when Merrill yielded to Bowen, he stayed in the game, just went back to right field. That shifted Hubacher back to left. And he was the one that came off gingerly after the base hit by Rader. 1-1, skips in the dirt and blocked skillfully by Wolf. 2 balls, 1 strike. Manga's pretty shallow against Bowen. Bowen had an RBI single in the fourth. That's his only hit of the game, 1 for 3. 2-1. Line to third and caught by Nelson. Throw back to first. It's a double play. They got Rader. A line drive to the hot corner. Nelson doubles him up 5-3. We'll see it here on the Sarver Paving replay. That does it for the Generals in their half of the seventh. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. That will take us to the bottom half of the seventh inning. It's Wooster 7, Ashland 6. Well, we have a 1-run ball game as we arrive at the bottom of the seventh inning. The moment of truth for the Arrows. Noah Merrill will lead things off, and the Arrows need 1 to tie, 2 to win it. Lucas Shiplet trying to nail things down. This will be his second inning of work. He had a rocky 6th, gave up 2 runs. But he'll be on trying to save it for Brock Bowen. First pitch to Nate, make it to Noah Merrill, and it's taken inside for a ball, 1-0. On the day, 2 RBIs, but hitless 0 for 2. Shiplet to the plate, a big swing and foul, 1-1. Arrows down a run. 5 hits on the afternoon. Inside for a ball, 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, way outside. Arrows have had precious few opportunities, but what they've had have come late in the ball game. They have stranded 6. 7-6 Generals. 3-1 at letter high strike. Full count down to the leadoff batter. Carson Little on deck. Arrows have battled back, down by 1 here in the 7th. Hubacher is due up 4th in the inning, so we'll see how he is faring in the dugout. After coming off the field with a bum knee. That's a walk. Catcher thought that pitch was going to catch the corner. He fired it down to third. I think that is Bryden Reed now catching. If I'm reading that number through the chest straps. But it's ball 4, and that's great news for the Arrows. Leadoff batter aboard, and the tying run is on base. Winning run at the plate. Way up high and tight. And that one gets away from the catcher, and it's going to allow Merrill to go to second base. Let's see this again. Way up and out of the strike zone. It was caught by Reed and then dropped. That will likely go as a pass ball, although it was up and in, but he caught it and it spun out of his glove. Evidently was called for offering at that pitch. So it is a strike. 0-1, runner in scoring position now. That is outside for a ball. A little up there, ready to sacrifice, and especially now trying to get the tying run over to third. Been a tough day for Little at the plate, 3 Ks. 7-6 Wooster. Things getting very interesting here at Bud Plank Field. The 1-1 fouled back. So 1-2, the bunt is probably off now. Trent Summers on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. 1 man on base. Arrows trying to rally. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Shiplet pitching. That one is taking a strike. It gets away from Reed. He's going to have to keep an eye on the runner and throws it into right field. They still had to throw to get Little out. That allows Merrill to score and tie the game 7-7. The sun played a factor there. It was a called strike 3. Little legs it down to first base. Lapp did not see the throw coming. They dropped third strike. Merrill advanced to third, and then when the throw went into right, Merrill scored to tie the game at 7-all. And now here's Summers. The rally continues with nobody out. A pitch, bunt, popped up, caught by the third baseman, throw to first, it's a double play. So trying to advance the runner. Summers pops up to third, it's a DP. Little out. Just like that, 2 gone. We're tied at 7, and Liam Hubacher would be scheduled, but he's pulled back, and Henry Kinney will bat. That went outside for a ball, so here's Henry Kinney. He's 2 for 4 on the season with 2 RBIs. That is low for a ball. Kenny now in left field. Swings and hits one in the air down the right field line. Looks like it'll get out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. A run is home. The Arrows have tied it up. Bizarre play there with the called third strike. It was dropped and then thrown away for an error. Kenny fouls it off. 2-2. Arrows had the makings of potentially a game-winning rally there with no one out and a man on base and a run in. The popped-up bunt turned into a double play. Here's the 2-2. That's strike 3 call. So Shiplet comes back. He gives up the run. 1 run, no hits. There was an error. No one left on base after the double play. We will take it to extra innings. The 8th is next. It's now Ashland 7 and Wooster 7.
Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Well, we go to extra innings, top of the 8th, and we are tied 7-7 as the Arrows rallied for a run in their half of the 7th inning. And so it is 7 apiece. Wooster has out-hit the Arrows 8-5. Errors even at 2 apiece. Wooster has left 9, Ashland 6. It'll be Maddox Grazier to lead things off against Bryden Bolin. The deck is cleared as far as the starters.
Leading off the top of the 8th, Wooster.
So Bowen would not be involved in the decision now, neither will Little. It's in the hands of Shiplet and Bolin. Bryden Bolin will be starting his 3rd inning of work. There we go, Maddox Grazier. RBI single, 2 walks, and a pop-out. 8th inning. This game started yesterday, was suspended in the 2nd, restarted today, and now we go to extra innings. Strike call from Bolin, it's 0-1. Once again behind the right-handed batter. 1 ball, 1 strike. McMillan next, then Lapp. Wheeler if they get someone on base. It's a little outside. And we've been playing over 2 hours since the resumption of play. We're after 7 in the East. You can see on your screen there, the shadow's getting a little long. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Maddox. Sophomore, second baseman. 2-2. Let's hit up the middle and they pull it into center field for a base hit. Generals get a leadoff single. 2nd of the game for Grazier. That's their 9th hit. We're tied 7-7. Here's McMillan now. 2 RBIs. He's 1 for 3, couple of strikeouts. Bolin deals. Sent foul deep down the right field line. 1 strike to McMillan. Bolin has allowed 2 hits. He has 2 strikeouts, has not walked anybody. A 1 runner goes. Pitch way outside. Wolf comes up throwing, and it goes rolling right past the bag and backed up by Haig. It's a steal for Maddox Grazier. It's his 2nd steal, his 6th of the year. Go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. So Steve Young happy with the way this inning is unfolding. Aiden McMillan, a ball, a strike. Got the number 3 hitter at the plate. Cleanup man on deck. Trying to get the go-ahead run to the dish. 7-7 tie here in the 8th. 1-1 is low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Arrows went into the bottom of the 7th down a run. He took advantage of some wildness by Shiplet in the 6th to get 2 across and pull to within 7-6, and then the leadoff walk, the dreaded leadoff walk, never leads to anything good. That is what the Arrows took advantage of. Then a pass ball, Then a drop third strike and a throwing error allowed Merrill to score to tie it up, 2-1. Bunt, first base side, well executed, picked up by Bolin and no play anywhere. Summers came in. Bryant was coming over, but McMillan had that beat out all the way. It'll be a bunt single for him. Time called. A.J. Beer will talk strategy now. First and third. Beautifully executed bunt there by McMillan. Gets the runner to third. So a single, a steal, bunt single. Batter now is Brian Lapp. Well, it looked like Arrows were a little confused there as AJ, I don't think, is making a pitching change. I think he's just strategizing there on how they want to play this. First and third, we'll see what the Generals decide to do. Lapp, a triple, a single. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. Runner at third. Nobody out. Arrows will keep the infield back halfway. Nelson in tight at third. Lapp swings away and sends a high fly ball to center field. Mangus sets up. That's plenty deep enough for a sac fly. That'll give Wooster the lead, 8-7. Lapp gets the job done. That's his second RBI of the ball game and his 10th of the year. McMillan hangs tight at first base. So here's Wheeler. Wheeler 0 for 3 with a walk and a steal. 8-7 Generals. Runner goes from first. Pitch is way inside and upstairs. Throw down to second from Wolf, not in time. Oh, McMillan is off to the races with the stolen base. His 6th of the year. That puts him in scoring position. Top of the 8th inning. Generals have broken back on top. Now Wheeler looking for his first hit that could give them an insurance tally. 1-0 outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Two 2-0. Nelson again in on the grass at third, expecting a potential bunt. Wheeler not squaring. Now he does. Pulls the bat back. Runner comes to third, and no one covering. So Nelson was coming in expecting a potential bunt here. You saw Wheeler take the bat back, and then Hegg was playing toward the middle, was nowhere near third. So a steal of third, 3-0. Infield in now. There's a called strike, 3-1. So everybody in tight, trying to cut down the run at the plate. 1 out in the 8th. Three-1. Lost him. And his ball 4, and they're on the corners with 1 out. And Lucas Shiplett will bat. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Steve Young wants to chat with his hitter and both base runners. Our Janney postgame show is coming up. We'll have all the final totals for you, as well as some post-game reaction. Right now, the Generals leading at 8-7. The meeting was very quick. Nelson again tight at third base and on the grass. Everybody else is backed up a little bit now. The runners at first and third. Runner goes from first. They don't even look down there. So Wheeler moves up. Shiplet is at the plate. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Now the infield back in tight, all around, ball high. Second and third for the Generals, 1 out. First base is open. Arrows looking to cut down a run at the plate. McMillan at third. 1-1 and slowing away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Outfield straight away. And the big sac fly by Brian Lapp to break the tie. Two 2-1 bounces up there, and what a scoop by Wolf. Just a cloud of dust, but made a tremendous stop. Potentially saving another run from scoring. 3-1 though. Next pitch, swung on and missed. Challenged him inside there, and it's 3-2. Summers, Bryant, Hagen, Nelson, in tight on the infield. Payoff pitch from Bryden Bolin. Swinging a foul back off the mask, then on back to the net. We'll do it again, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bolin kicks and delivers. That is outside a ball. Got away from Wolf. He throws down to third. Not in time as McMillan had danced way off the bag. Good recovery by Wolf. It's ball 4 to Shiplet. That loads the bases, and that'll force the hand of A.J. Beer, and he'll come out and lift Bolin. And it looks like Miles Farnsworth will come in and pitch. Farnsworth, the junior, will come in and make his, it'll be Bryant to come in and pitch, and Farnsworth will go to second base. So Bryant coming on to pitch in relief. He'll have the bases loaded in an 8-7 ball game. Farnsworth will make his season debut and play at second base. We'll take this timeout. It's a pitching change. See if Bryant can put out the fire when we come right back.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Now Jake Bryant becomes the 4th pitcher of the game for the Arrows. He's on in relief of Bryden Bolin, and he's facing Isaac Yoder. First pitch low and away, and another great stop by Wolf. Another call to the bullpen brought to you by Linway Restaurant, quality food and service since 1951. Runners everywhere for the Generals. They lead at 8-7, trying to blow it open here. Jake Bryant, the right-hander, kicks and deals. That one is taking a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Now Bryant moves in from second. Miles Farnsworth, emergency duty at second base. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bryant would love a strikeout. He was the opening day starter against Tiffin Columbian. Struck out 6 over 3 innings. 1-2. Check swing and a ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yoder batting with McMillan at third. Wheeler at second. Shiplet at first. 2-2. That is high. Full count from Bryant. Bolin went 2 1/3 innings. He's given up 3 hits. Now 10 in the game for Wooster. Time called at the plate. They lead at 8-7. Payoff from Bryant. Way inside. It's ball 4. That walks in a run and makes it 9-7. That's 3 consecutive walks by Ashland pitching here in the 8th inning. Yoder picks up his 6th RBI. That'll leave him loaded. McMillan comes in to score. That run charge to Bolin. Got a pinch runner. There's the aforementioned Doherty. Doherty pinch running at first for Yoder, the DH. Well, here's the catcher who came in for Wingard. That is Wingard who came back, who's coming up to hit. He was lifted and re-entered. Ball outside, 1-0. I thought he had been lifted and replaced the catcher, but he came back into the ball game. So taking his regular turn at bat, he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Runners everywhere. 1-0 fouled at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wheeler, Shiplet, and Yoder make it Doherty over at first. Now 9-7, 2 runs in here in the top of the 8th. Generals trying to turn away the upstart Arrows. Here's the 1-1. That's inside. Wingard was trying to say he was hit. Threw the bat away. Now Wooster contending that pitch hit Wingard. Get another conversation between Foley and Hightower. See what the base umpire might have seen. Two balls, 1 strike. Ball outside, 3-1. So Wingard is 0 for 2 officially. Chenevy came in and pinch hit in the 7th, but Wingard re-entered. And he was the one who had the defensive trouble in the 7th. 3-1. Next pitch. That one is taken low, ball 4. Fires the bat away. That is 4 straight walks by Arrows pitching, 2 with the bases loaded. Makes it a 10-7 ball game. They're station to station now for Wooster. They leave the bases loaded again, or have the bases loaded again for the number 9 hitter, Nick Rader. That one socked into left field. That's a base hit. Shiplet will score. They're going to wave in Doherty. Throw will be cut off. He scores. It's a 2-run single for Nick Rader. First and second, still one out. It has been a 5-run inning. It's a 12-7 Wooster lead now. It's their 11th hit of the ball game. 5 straight have reached base. This is the 9th hitter of the inning in Bowen. That's hit on the ground to second. Farnsworth over to second, one on to first. Not in time. They try to sneak another runner in. The throw back to Wolf. There's a collision at the plate. Ball comes loose. And that allows Wingard to score from second base. They did get the out on Rader for the second out. And checking to see if Wolf is all right. You see the Sarver replay there.
Batting next for Wooster, number 2, Maddox.
So Bowen ends up with a fielder's choice. A run scores to make it 13-7. Here's the 10th batter of the inning, Maddox Grazier. Grazier singled to lead off this inning. Runner goes, Bowen on the move, throw down to second, not in time. So Bowen steals. This is his 4th stolen base of this ball game. 5 runs are in here in the top of the 8th. Grazier at 0-1. Jake Bryant delivers. That's a fly ball out toward right center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Bowen will score. That will plate another run. Their 6th of the inning. Grazier with 2 hits in the inning. Both out towards center. And Aiden McMillan will step to the plate. So a 7-run 8th inning. It's now a 14-7 ball game. First pitch a strike. Only 3 hits in this inning. No balls, 1 strike. Runner goes, ground ball foul down the third baseline. That 4 hits in the inning. Grazier with 2. McMillan had the infield hit. Nick Rader a 2-run single. 12 in the ball game for the Generals. It has just been an absolute meltdown here. The 4 consecutive walks did not help the Arrows' cause. The Generals very opportunistic. They lead it 14-7 in the 8th inning. Well, it was tied 7-7 after the regulation 7 innings. Low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two men are out. Runner at first base is Grazier. He has had a 3-hit day. He takes off running, pitch fouled back by Aiden McMillan. 14 runs on 12 hits. Jake Bryant trying to power through here and get the 3rd out. McMillan is the 11th batter of the inning. Kick in the pitch, runner goes again. This one's socked out towards center field. Mangus going back, it's over his head. It'll roll all the way to the center field fence. Grazier will score, heading towards second and staying right there. Aiden McMillan, RBI double. Extra base hits brought to you by Coldwell Banker Ward Real Estate, Ashland's trusted real estate experts. 15-7. Top of the 8th inning. The inning continues. It's Brian Lapp. He had a sacrifice fly to break the tie earlier this inning. 12th batter of the inning. Blowing away. That gets away from Wolf. Throw down to third base, and they will get McMillan out. Trying to advance, it's a 2-5 as that ball came off the back wall right back to Tanner Wolf, and he throws down to third base to retire the side. So a huge inning for the Wooster Generals. 7 runs, they do it on 5 hits, no errors, no one was left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is now Wooster 15 and Ashland 7.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
An 8-run 8th inning for the Wooster Generals. 8 runs on 5 hits. You have to count that last RBI double by McMillan, who drove in Grazier. And it's a 15-7 lead for Wooster. Here come the arrows in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Carter Nelson to lead things off. Lucas Shiplett stays on. He's now the pitcher of record. One has taken a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The Arrows battled back to tie it, send it to extra innings, but an eruption by the Generals of 8 tallies. And they have a comfortable lead here and 3 outs away from sweeping the 2-game set against Ashland. 1-2, late swing and a foul. We'll do it again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nelson 0 for 2 with a walk. Jake Bryant is on deck, then Tanner Wolf. Here is the 1-2. It's fouled back out of play. So 2 hits in the inning each for Grazier and McMillan. 1-2. Check swing, roller to shortstop. Wheeler scoops, throws a 1-hopper, not in time. Nelson beats it out for a hit. Infield hit for Carter Nelson, sort of a check swing roller.
The batter, number 26, Jacob.
It was the 6th hit of the game for the Ashland Arrows. Here's Jake Bryant. Bryant's been hit twice, 0 for 1 officially. That one inside, make it 3. Caught him on the left elbow or shoulder. First 2 have reached. Here's Tanner Wolf.
Stepping up to the plate, number 36, Tanner Wolf.
Generals taking advantage of Control problems from Bolin and Bryant that added up to 4 straight walks. 2 of those with the bases loaded. That's low for a ball. Nelson was way off the second base bag. Wingard looked him back. Wolf was involved in a tough collision at the plate, but no worse for wear at the moment. 2-hit day, looking for 3, and he's got it. Line drive base hit into left field. That'll load the bases for the Arrows. Opposite field single for Tanner Wolf. Base hit number 7 for Ashland.
Number 40, Ethan Haig.
So here's Haig now, the sophomore shortstop. He has a hit. A walk. It's been hit by a pitch. So 1 for 2 officially. Runners everywhere for the Arrows. We're looking at 7:42 in the evening and no lights here, of course. That one's in there for a strike. 0-1. We're way past sunset. No balls, 1 strike. That is low. 1 out in the inning. Actually, no outs in the inning. There we go. I just read what I see, like Ron Burgundy. Here's the 1-1. I say strike call. Bases loaded for the Arrows. Ethan Haig at the plate. 1-2. Arrows trying to make some noise here, down to 8. After just a withering rally by the Generals. That's lined right back through the box. It's a base hit into center field. Nelson scores. Here comes Bryant. Throw all the way through. He slides in safely. It's 15-9. Ethan Haig with a line drive base hit up the middle, driving in 2. 2-hit day for the sophomore. Tanner Wolf to second base. 2-run score. Arrows have 3 hits in the inning, and now 8 in the ballgame. That's going to be it for Shiplet. We've got a break in the action for a pitching change. Linway call to the bullpen for the Wooster Generals. See what Steve Young has up his sleeve. We'll pause for this timeout. More baseball to come from Bud Plank Field in just a moment on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks.
Well, Nick Rader is on to pitch. And he fires to Nick Mangus and gets a strike over. It's 0-1. So Rader into pitch from left. Shiplet goes to second base. Lefty pitching to Mangus. Inside, it gets away. Runners will take off to second and third. Ball goes into left field, but it's backed up, and Wolf will stay put at third base. Wild pitch moves the runners up. Second and third for the Arrows, down 15-9. In the bottom of the eighth inning, Mangus batting against the lefty Rader. After Shiplet went 2+, has not retired anybody in this eighth inning. (15-9), Arrows down by 6, but they have a couple of men in scoring position. Rader pauses, lets it fly. That's lined toward the middle. That's into center field for a base hit. Wolf scores. Here comes Haig. He scores easily. It's 15-11. Mangus lines a 2-run single up the middle. Mangus with 3 RBIs.
The batter, number 27, Noah.
So here's Noah Merrill. With a wild pitch, helps set up the 2-run single. The Arrows have put together a 4-run inning. Merrill jumps on the first pitch, fouls it back. No balls, 1 strike. Noah looking for his first hit. 0 for 2. Officially does have a sac fly and a walk, 2 RBIs. Throw to first. 4 hits in the inning. A 15-11 ball game now. After the Mangus hit. Runner at first. Rader pitching. Inside, that one gets away. No advancement by Mangus. 2-run single by Ethan Haig. 2-run single by Nick Mangus. That puts the Arrows at striking distance, down by 4, and no one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. In extra innings, the teams have combined for 12 runs. This one ripped to short. It gets by Wheeler. That ball was absolutely smoked. Runners at first and second. Merrill checks in with a base hit. Arrows are squaring it up here in the dusk hour.
Now batting, number 32, Carson.
Mangus to second. Here's Carson Little. Nothing coming easy for the Generals in this game. Little at the plate. That's high for a ball. Carson Little wearing the collar. 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts. Trying to do some damage here. Nick Rader. He steps off. Runners are wise to it. So Shiplet 2+, now Rader taking over. The pitch. That's in the dirt. Blocked by Wingard. Eleven runs on 10 hits for Ashland. Bottom of the 8th inning. Rader to the plate. It's fouled up away, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Arrows have runners at second and third. Make it first and second, Mangus and Merrill. Pickoff play back to second. It's a balk. Tried to double clutch, but once you start into a pickoff throw, you've got to throw it. And he just held on to it, and then the last second tried to feign a throw. Lucky it didn't go into center field. Now the Arrows have runners at second and third after the balk. We've seen a little bit of everything here in this 8th inning. Carson Little at 2-1. Looking to put the ball into play. First base is open. 15-11, Wooster, the pitch. Swung on and missed 2-2. At this point, you have to start wondering how long they will let this go from a darkness perspective. Way outside, Raider missed everything there, but somehow Wingert jumped up and caught it. That was like a pitch out. 3-2 to Carson Little. 15-11. 3-2. That's high ball 4. They're loaded, and believe it or not, the tying run comes to the plate for the Arrows here in the 8th inning. Raider has given up 2 hits and a walk. And now Trent Summers to the plate, and Steve Young will call time. And again, he'll pull his infield in here and get their defensive plan together. Arrows gave up 8 runs in the top of the inning to fall behind 15-7. Raider is done, so we've got another pitching change in the offing for the Generals. I think this is going to be Bryden Reed. This is number 23 in blue. Bryden Reed, the junior, will come in and take over. How many games do you have 2 pitchers named Bryden? Reed takes over for Raider, who faced 3 batters. Did not record it out. Gave up the 2 hits and a walk. But the Arrows gave up 8 runs, trailed 15-7. Now they have scored 4, and they have the bases loaded, and no outs have been recorded by the Generals. The Arrows could have just folded the tents and went through the motions here in the 8th inning, but leadoff hit by Nelson. Bryant was hit by a pitch. Then the Arrows are on a string of, went on a string of 4 straight singles. 2 of them 2-run singles. And Carson Little now with the latest with a walk. I was just looking back over the Wooster scorecard here. And the double by Aiden McMillan is the only one of the 23 combined hits that has gone for extra bases. Everything else is single. It's like the old Casey Kasem, American Top 40, all the singles. 15-11. And Trent Summers to the plate with the bases full of Arrows. So Bryden Reed, the junior, he's a tall, lanky fellow. And Trent Summers to bat. He's 0 for 3, popped into that double play in the 7th inning, which at the time really hurt the Arrows' chances, but they had tied the game. And we're hoping to try to get in a position to win it in the 7th. That double play sort of short-circuited that. Now Summers batting in the bottom of the 8th, and Reed misses inside. I got him. It hit him. That's going to force in a run. We'll see it again on the Sarver replay. Just got him on the left elbow. A graze wound, but it drives in a run. And that will bring up Henry Kenny for his second at bat. 15-12. This is unbelievable. What an 8th inning. It's outside for a ball. So Mangus came in. It has been a 5-run inning. Merrill at third, Little at second. That one shot back through the middle, and that goes grabbed at second. The flip to short for 1, on to first. That's a double play. It will score a run and make it 15-13. What a play at second base by Shiplet. They start the 4-6-3 double play.
Stepping up to the plate, number
So
4,
Kenny
Nelson.
rounds into the DP. No RBI there, but it scores Merrill to make it 15-13. But 2 outs now in the inning. What a play by Shiplet. Put a star by that one. That had center field written all over it. Here's Nelson, the 10th batter of the inning. Swing and a miss. Right now it is getting darker by the minute. 0-1. Lone base runner is Little over at third base. 0-1. Hit in the air, first base side. I believe that'll get out of play. Reed trying to nail it down here. Little at third. Nelson at the plate. He represents the tying run. He's down to his final strike here. 0-2. Reed pitching. That's inside, that hit him. Trying to pull the bat back. It got him. First and third.
The batter, number 26, Jacob Bryant.
Here's Jake Bryant. Tying runs are on base. The pitch. That is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Bryant has been hit by a pitch 3 consecutive plate appearances. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 2 outs after the great double play turned by the Generals. Little at third, Nelson at first. 1-1. Inside, that hit him. That has to be some sort of record. Bases loaded with arrows. Tying runs are in scoring position. Tanner Wolf to the plate, top of the order for the Arrows. He had a base hit earlier in the inning. Has a 3-hit day. Little at third, Nelson at second, Bryant at first. 15-13 Wooster, bottom of the 8th inning. Jumped on the first pitch, fouled it back. It's 0-1. Hag on deck. This is the part of the order earlier in the inning that produced 4 consecutive singles. Base hit here could potentially tie this game. No balls, 1 strike. Infield is back. They need just 1 out. Here's the 0-1. Bases loaded with arrows. Five hits in the inning. 10 in the game for the Arrows, and 11th could potentially tie it. Reed pitching. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Again, these teams playing on borrowed time right now. 2-1. Just past 8 p.m. 2-1, strike on the outside corner. It's a 2-2 count. The Arrows down to their final strike once again. They've had back-to-back hit batsmen to load the bases with 2 outs. Reed at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Each team has used 4 pitchers. 15-13 Wooster. They are trying to stay unbeaten. They're being pushed to the limit by the Arrows. The 2-2, way outside, threw a breaking ball that time. Full count, 3-2, 2 outs. Runners can move. So a lot will be happening here on this pitch. Bottom of the 8th inning. Arrows trying for a rally for the ages. Tanner Wolf at the plate. Bryden Reed with the pitch. A wave and a miss. Got him on strikes. That ends the ball game. And Wooster preserves a 15-13 victory. What a comeback for the Arrows, but it falls short in the 8th inning. For Ashland, 6 big runs on 5 hits. There were no errors. A big double play turned. 3 left on for Ashland. It's all over. Wooster wins in 8 innings. Your final score here at Bud Plank: Wooster 15 and Ashland 13. Stay tuned. Our Janney postgame show is coming up in just a moment on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network.
Ashland isn't just where we work, it's our home. From glorious country to Main Street parades, we're proud to be part of what makes this town special. At Bill Harris Dealerships, being a key member of the community is one of our core values. But it's more than that. It's a responsibility. Because without Ashland, without you, we wouldn't be here. So stay golden, Ashland. Bill Harris Dealerships, the name you know and trust.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
Simonson Construction is proud to sponsor Arrows Athletics, the most trusted and efficient construction company in the region. With a long history of doing things the right way from concept to completion, Simonson Construction solves all your construction needs for commercial and public projects. A truly local company providing award-winning comprehensive design-build services since 1974. For more information, scan the QR code or go to simonsonconstruction.com. Come visit the South Street Grill in downtown Ashland, the official watch location every Friday night during the Arrows football season. You can catch all the action in the bar area on the big screens. Elevated casual dining in downtown Ashland, steaks, seafood, hand-patted burgers, vegetarian options, salads, and a huge kids menu. Something for everyone in a completely renovated, historic building. South Street Grill, your home for Arrows football.
Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to Bud Plank Field at Archer Arrows Park. It is a final. Wooster defeats the Ashland Arrows 15-13 in a wild extra inning ball game that was sent to 8, tied 7-7, and Wooster scored 8 runs in their half of the 8th. Ashland rallied for 6 in the bottom of the 8th, but they fall short by 2 runs, leaving the bases loaded in the bottom of the 8th inning. Welcome to the Janney postgame show, brought to you by Janney in Mansfield. Financial advice from experienced people you can trust. Check out Rich Story at Janney.com for all of your financial needs. We'll get right to the post-game final totals, brought to you by your hometown law leader, the law offices of Andrew Bush, located right here in Ashland, Ohio. Unofficial totals: Wooster 15 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. They left 9. Ashland 13 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. They stranded 9 as well. Winning pitcher Lucas Shiplett, losing pitcher Bryden Bolin, and the save goes to Bryden Reed. It was a 3-hour and 58-minute ball game over 2 days. 19 minutes of that elapsed time was for a lightning delay, which occurred yesterday and forced suspension of the ball game. Wooster improves to 8-0, 6-0 in the league. Ashland drops to 5-3, 3-2 in the OCC. Lucas Shiplett goes to 3-0. He's our winning pitcher, courtesy of Connery Manufacturing, your wastewater equipment leader, locally owned for over 40 years. Big hit of the ball game today. Have to go maybe in that 8th inning. I was just looking down the score sheet here. I had the triple in mind from Brian Lapp, but that occurred way back in the 4th. You have the 2-run single by Nick Rader in that 8-run 8th inning, and that eventually helped them have the margin of victory they needed of 2 runs. So that was the big 2-run single to left by Nick Rader of Wooster. That was your big hit of the ball game, brought to you by Big Land Home Improvement and Property Maintenance, located right here in Ashland. Check them out for all of your home and property needs. Play of the game, I'm going to go with the double play started by the aforementioned Lucas Shiplett, who had moved over to second base after being lifted for Rader when he got into a jam, but started a double play on the ball hit by Henry Kenny. It turned into a 4-6-3 double play and got the first 2 outs of that 8th inning and put the Arrows on the ropes. Outstanding defensive play. That was brought to you by Bo Lacey Construction. Experience you can trust, done right on time. Arrows reeling after this wild 8th inning that got completed just under the wire with darkness settling in. But the big strikeout of Tanner Wolf by Bryden Reed to nail down the save. Player of the game today for the Ashland Arrows, Ethan Hegg had another nice game. Ethan Hegg, the big 2-run single in the 8th inning, matching his run-scoring single in the 1st. And he ends with 3 RBIs in the ball game. Player of the game brought to you by Truax Printing, your full-service commercial printing source in Ashland and Loudonville. Joined by A.J. Beer, head coach of the Arrows, here on our Janney postgame show and interviews. A 15-13 final in extra innings. A.J., I almost don't know where to start with this game. Lots of twists and turns in that 8th inning, but we're just talking about that big double play. That had center field written all over it. Lucas Shiplett had shifted over to second base. That turned into a massive play, but you guys could have folded the tents down 8 runs going into your final at-bat, and you guys just battled and rallied. I know that you're disappointed with the loss, but just your thoughts on that last at-bat.
Yeah, I'm super proud of our guys. I mean, it's very frustrating because, we competed, and that's what you want as a head coach. You want your guys to compete. I told our guys here at the end I'd take each and every one of them to war with me because, the way they battled all day today after coming out from a suspension. And, it sucks. It hurts a little bit. But, at the end of the day, we competed with a really good team.
Yeah, grinded out at bats, and a lot of those ended up with walks or hit batsmen that just kind of kept the line moving. AJ, you guys just really, I thought, had some really good at-bats where players really battled and worked the count.
Yeah, they sure did. And, talking to him there going in, they had the momentum, obviously, and we needed to shift it to our advantage. And I thought our guys did a good job, trying to have that next man mentality and getting on base. We talk about taking every base we can, no matter what it is. If you get hit, you walk. What it is, you take the base, right? And I thought our guys did a really good job of that there in the 8th.
You guys, battled back all day. You were on the comeback trail. You had to battle back. You had 2 runs in the fifth. You had the 2-run rally in the sixth, and then that crazy play in the seventh, which allowed you guys to tie it up with Noah moving around from second to home on the drop third strike. But that was a crazy play, but I'm sure the energy in the dugout was sky high right there.
Oh, very, very much so. And baseball's a funny game. There's some momentum shifts, and they had momentum, we had momentum, they had momentum, we had momentum. And it comes down to I got to put our guys in better spots. And I told our guys there at the end, they battled, they competed for 8 innings, right, against a really good program, and at the end of the day, I didn't get the job done for them. And that's every loss comes from me, and we learn from every loss.
Nick Mangus, a 3 RBI day. AJ,
Yes.
that was great to see. Had a big 2-run single in that 8th inning.
Yes, he did, and it's good to see from him. He's been competing and grinding with us, and he took on kind of a new role for us this year, and he had a really good day, and I'm proud of him for that.
Miles Farnsworth makes an appearance in the ball game at second base. I know most people thought he was probably lost for the year, and he is lost for the most part in terms of what his normal contribution would be, but he's a gamer, and he ended up in the game at second base
That's
today.
right. Well, we were kind of thin. We have some illness going around, so we were kind of thin on our roster here, and that simply there at the end, that's why our big inning was you kind of run out of bench depth a little bit when you're moving guys around. And Miles is a great kid. He's a competitor. It's eating at him, and I feel bad for him and his entire family, but he's a competitor, and he flat out said when I asked him, hey, can you play second base, he looked right at me and said, yes, coach, I can do that. So
yeah. In fact, he wanted to get in the game a little early.
That's right. He was chomping at the bit. Once he knew there was a possibility, he was ready to go, and I'm super proud of him. I'm extremely proud of all of our guys. It sucks to lose like that, but you grow from it, you learn from it, and there's nothing our guys should be ashamed of.
Well, I know you've got 2 big road games coming up Friday and Saturday, so it doesn't get any easier having to be pushed to the limit through 8 innings. I know you guys will be trying to parse through that and figure out what your game plan is tomorrow at Huron, AJ, but just some early thoughts on maybe how you guys will navigate that.
Yeah, so it comes down to pitching depth and kind of figuring out what our rotation is going to be. We're going to ask some guys that haven't thrown in a while to probably throw, and some other guys are going to have to go into spots. So we're going to compete. The beautiful thing about baseball is the sun shines the next day, and we got to come ready to go. So we gotta get over this one quick and hit the road, and hopefully we can compete and come out with a couple victories.
Well, this was some kind of a ball game, AJ. I don't think I'll ever forget it. 15-13. You don't see many games like that, but we appreciate you coming up, and good luck tomorrow against the Tigers up in Huron. We'll see you here next Tuesday for a big game against Dover.
That's correct, and I appreciate you, David. Thanks for all you do.
Okay, that's AJ Beer joining us here on our Janney post-game show with some thoughts following this wild victory for Wooster over Ashland, 15-13, the final score. And that then will wrap up our coverage for today's broadcast. Again, as we mentioned with AJ, we'll be back here on Tuesday to pick up coverage of the Arrows when the Dover Tornadoes will come in for an OCC battle. Special thanks to Brandon Gunder on a job well done at the controls. Great to have BG back with us this afternoon. It's getting dark. Time for us to get out of here. David Wilson now saying goodbye from Ashland High School in Ashland, Ohio, Bud Plank Field, Archer Arrows Park. What a game we saw today. Congratulations to the Wooster Generals as they prevail over the Ashland Arrows. Your final score again, it was Wooster 15 and Ashland 13. We'll have more baseball for you next week here on the Ashland Arrows Broadcasting Network, presented by Sarver Paving.